case related to what we call Luis Miguel. Have you heard of Luis Miguel? Luis Miguel, he is one of the top Latino singer in Latin America. And he is very famous and very successful until something happened to him. So what happened? One time he was having a concert on an island, and his manager, who's responsible for renting all the equipments, went to the supplier and told him, listen, I want you to give me an equipment at like a discounted price. I'm gonna tell Luis Miguel that we rented them for 10,000, but give me equipment worth only 5,000. The guy, he said, yeah, but these equipments are not good. You need good equipment for the concert. He said, it's okay, equipment, who cares? So he said, okay. So he gave him an equipment that's really bad, and he said the value is 10,000. He gave him an invoice, fake invoice, but actually the manager of Luis Miguel, he paid only 5,000. The guy just trying to make 5,000. But what happened? Because this equipment were really bad, there's an electricity shortage happen while they are doing the concert. And all the electricity went inside the ear of Luis Miguel, and Luis Miguel lost his ability to hear and sing. The whole career of Luis Miguel finished. In his best golden age, he can't sing anymore. Why? Because his manager decided to do small fraud. Then Luis Miguel was so angry. He was so upset. He was so unbelievably enraged because he lost his ability to hear, and he wanted to understand why the supplier cheated him. So he went to his office manager and he told him, hey, office manager, hey, my manager, go and do investigation. So he assigned the guy who did the fraud to do investigation. So he said, of course. So he hired an investigation team, and he told the investigation team, you go investigate the vendor. And he told the vendor, you say you give us. Don't worry, I give you money. Just say you give us equipment not proper. So the vendor said, yes, I give you equipment, they are not proper. I'm so sorry, I cheated. And they said, okay, well, you have to give us the money back. You have to pay fine. This manager, he said, don't worry, I'll give you the money. He paid fine, and they closed the case. Then the manager came back to Luis Miguel. He said, yes, that vendor was really bad. We uncovered his fraud, and we have the investigation team, and everything is okay. And don't worry, we got money from him. But what is the benefit of all this money? Luis Miguel, he lost his ability to hear, finished. And the manager kept his job, and he continued doing more fraud, until later Luis Miguel suspected that something going on. Then he hired independent investigation team, and then they discovered that his manager for so many years was doing so much fraud. And this is the moral of the story to understand. When we are having an investigation department inside the organization, they need to have functional reporting to the board of directors. They should not report to the CEO, because if they report to the CEO, they can actually do whatever the CEO asks them to do, because they are under the control of the CEO. They should be reporting to the audit committee. They should be reported to the board of directors or the fraud committee, or be independent in performing their job. At the end of the day, when Luis Miguel discovered that his manager is doing the fraud, he also didn't handle the investigation in the proper way. He told the manager, you are bad. I don't like you. You are stupid. You are doing fraud against me. Get out of here. My friend, this is not how you handle fraud investigation. If someone doing fraud investigation, if someone doing fraud against you, you don't just kick him out of the door. He kicked him out of the door. The guy still have keys for all the offices inside the organization. The guy still have access to the laptop and all the devices. The guy still have all the sensitive document of the organization. There should be an exit interview. When we are reporting someone is doing fraud, we need to handle the exit of this person the proper way. We need to obtain the information from him. We need to terminate his access to the terminal. We need to make sure that he will not keep keys and keep any kind of a way for him to get access. Because what his manager did the same day when he got out of the organization at night, he came back, no one inside the organization. He got the keys, he opened, and he stole all the sensitive documents. He stole the personal document of Luis Miguel, showing that Luis Miguel got a daughter illegally, and he went and he sold it to the media, and he made so much money. And he harmed Luis Miguel. He sold all the sensitive information of Luis Miguel to the media to cause harm to him. So this is why reporting fraud investigation is not only about writing the report, it's figuring about what are the proper way for us to handle these fraud allegations after the case happened. So this is very important to understand, okay, what are the next steps that we need to do to handle this fraud allegation? And remember, when we are reporting fraud investigation, so many individuals inside the organization, they are going to try to stop you from obtaining information during your investigation. They are going to try to tell employees, okay, don't share information with the investigator, don't tell them the facts, don't provide them the data. So you need to be always smart about how you are going to obtain the data in the proper way. The meaning, when you are speaking about reporting fraud investigation, you should not inform anyone inside the organization in the early stage that we are launching investigation, which is this is a mistake so many investigators will do. Board of director, they ask you, go do an investigation in this department. You come, you say, yeah, we are the investigation team, we are conducting investigation. No, now everyone will delete the information. You need to come and try to obtain information indirectly. Maybe you speak with certain individuals that you know, you tell them, please provide me this information, I will come after working hours. Maybe you send first the internal audit department to obtain some information for you. So you don't want to alert the suspect or the department that there's an investigation going on, because they will start deleting documents, they will start trying to hide evidence, they start to manipulate this evidence. So this is a big issue.